Welcome to a 500-point game between Orks and Chaos Demons. Chaos Demon army is being led by a Herald of Khorne on a Juggernaut with an exalted reward. For this he is rolled Warp Tether, so for the first time he is slain, instead of being removed as a casualty, he is put into ongoing reserves with a single wound left. The rest of the Chaos Demons army is made up of 3 Blood Crushers, one of them upgraded to a Blood Hunter, and another upgraded to have the Banner of Blood. There are then 2 squads of Bloodletters, both with a Blood Reaper. The Warlord trait for this army is Destroyer of Mortals, so the Warlord and his unit will have hatred. The Orks are being led by a Big Mech with an ammo runt. He will be inside a Morkanot with Grotriggers. He has also brought along 3 Warbikers, one of which is upgraded to a Nob, and 2 squads of 10 boys. Both have a Nob who has heavy armor. The Warlord trait for the Orc army is Princeps of Deceit, so at the start of the opponent's first turn, 3 of their units will need to take pinning tests. The mission is Cleanse and Control, so each team will start with 3 objectives on the first turn and will draw objectives until they have 3 for the rest of the turns. The objectives are placed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The demons have deployed first, with the Bloodletters on the flanks, and their Warlord along with the Blood Crushers in the centre, ready to secure any possible objectives. Whereas the Orks have counter-deployed. There are 2 squads of boys on the flanks, and their Bikers are in the centre along with the Morkanot and their Warlord. On the Demons' turn, their first 3 objectives are Secure Objective 3 and Secure Objective 5 twice. On the Demons' turn, the Warlord has separated from the Blood Crushers and has moved back to Secure Objective 5, while the Bloodletters are both moving up on the flanks, with the Blood Crushers taking cover behind the pillar in the centre of the board. This unit of Orc boys rolled a 6 on Khorne's Wrath, wherever it's scattered, killing none of the Orcs. The Demons have scored 2 points for Secure Objective 5. On the Orcs' turn, they have drew the objectives Secure Objective 2, Blood and Guts, and Behind Enemy Lines. On the Orcs' turn, the first squad of boys has moved in to occupy this set of ruins, while the Warbikers fired on the Bloodletter squad, gunning down 4 but then failing their charge, while the second Orc boy squad has ran up to secure Objective 2, and the Morkanot fired down on the Blood Crushers, dealing 3 wounds. The Blood Reaper look-out-served them, killing a normal Blood Crusher. On the Orcs' turn, they have scored 1 point for Secure Objective 2. On the Demons' turn, they now have the objectives Secure Objective 2, Objective 3, and Objective 5. On the Demons' turn, the Warlord is still securing Objective 5, Well, up on the front lines, 3 charges have been made and 3 challenges have been declared. The Bloodletters have charged in to the Orc boys in the ruins, and the Blood Reaper is now challenging the Orc Knob, while the second unit of Bloodletters has charged the Orc boys over Objective 2, with their Blood Reaper also in a challenge with the Knob. And the Blood Crushers have charged in to assault the Warbikers with another challenge between the Blood Hunter and the Orc Knob. After the assaults, this is the outcome. The first unit of Bloodletters lost 2 in their combat with the Orcs, but broke their morale and ran them down as they tried to flee, while the Blood Crushers slaughtered the Bikers before they had a chance to swing. The second unit of Bloodletters dealt 4 wounds to the Orcs and wounded their Knob, but were swiftly butchered by the Orcs' brutal attacks. The Demons have scored 1 point for Objective 3, another point for Objective 5, and a 3rd point for First Blood. The Orcs have drew the objectives: secure Objective 1, Supremacy, and Blood and Guts. On the Orcs' turn, the MacLeod rinsed away all of the Bloodletters in the ruins, except for the Blood Reaper himself, who's now locked in a deadly combat with the MacLeod. He will most likely not survive. Meanwhile, the Orc boys have charged in to the Blood Crushers, and the Knob, spurred on by his victory against the Blood Reaper, has challenged the Blood Hunter. As expected, the Blood Reaper stood no chance against the MacLeod, being quickly ripped apart by his power claws. However, the Blood Hunter slew the Orc Knob in the challenge, but the last remaining Blood Crusher with the Banner of Blood was killed by the Orcs in a tied combat, and these Orc boys, completely unfazed by the death of their leader, are fighting on. On the Orcs' turn, they have scored 1 point for Blood and Guts. On the Demons' turn, they have drew the objectives: secure Objective 2 and Objective 4 twice. The Herald is now moving up the battlefield alone to engage the Orcs and gain whatever scraps of glory are left. The combat between the Blood Hunter and the Orcs still rages on, with one Orc being cut down and the Blood Hunter taking a single wound. The Orcs have drew the objectives: secure Objective 1, Objective 3 and Objective 6. On the Orcs' turn, the MacLeod has charged in to finish off the last Blood Hunter, but the Mech Boy has disembarked to secure some valuable loot at number 6. The Blood Hunter cut down 2 more Orcs, but stood no chance as the MacLeod came in and ripped him to pieces in his mighty claws. The Orcs score a single point for securing Objective 3. The Demons discarded Objective 2 and now have no prisoners, Objective 4 and Objective 4. The Herald is moving up, hiding behind these ruins, trying to get closer to Objective 4 while staying shielded from the MacLeod's mighty guns. The Orcs have discarded Objective 1 and now have secure Objective 6, Objective 4 and overwhelming firepower. The Orks' turn. The Mech Boy has reached Objective 6, while the Morkanot and last remaining Ork Boy are moving in on Objective 4. The Morkanot unleashed all of its firepower on the Herald, but didn't deal a single wound. Orks have scored 2 points for secure Objective 6 and Objective 4. The Demons have the same objectives, no prisoners, and 2 secure Objective 4s. The Herald was able to charge in and finish off the last remaining Ork Boy, scoring no prisoners, but has no way to deal with the Morkanot. Chaos Daemons have scored 1 point for no prisoners. The Orks could have drew no better objectives. They now have overwhelming firepower, hungry for glory, and Kingslayer. The Morkanot has moved round to fire on the Herald, first with his 2 twin-linked heavy bolters. Hitting on 5s, re-rolling. Wounding on 4s. Hitting on a 5+. The Morkanot is now firing with its 2 rockets, hitting on 5s. Wounding on 2s. Saving on a 5+. The Morkanot is now firing its custom Mega Blaster, which will be a hit. Wounding on 2s. Saving on a 5+. The Morkanot is now firing its custom Mega Blaster, hitting on 5s. And the Herald of Khorne has survived the Orks' shooting with a single wound left. The Herald may have survived the Morkanot's shooting, but will the Blood God save him from the Morkanot's melee? It has 5 attacks, hitting on 4s, on 2s, saving on a 5+. And the Blood God has answered. It is now the end of turn 5, and on the roll of a 1 or a 2, the game will end. And the game is over. A Chaos Demons victory of 6 points to 5.